What is going on, guys? We are back with another video on Madden 20, and we are doing a Steelers realistic rebuild. This was decent timing because the Steelers have turned it around a little bit. Minka Fitzpatrick basically has glue on his hands for the football, and, oh god, I forgot. Ben Roethlisberger is deceased. Yeah, we're probably going to have to draft a QB early because if you guys haven't played much franchise this year, haven't watched much rebuilds, whatever you may be doing, he usually drops down to corpse status by the end of the year. It's really harsh. You know, the regression's been somewhat fixed on Madden this year, except for QB, which is the biggest one. You know, outside of maybe Andrew Luck, everyone seems to be playing till they're 40 these days. And if you want Ben Roethlisberger to play till he's 40, hit like on the video and subscribe. It's just a bunch of AFC North fans that just unsub and please don't do that. Please, like, it's clever, but like, don't. So this is end of the video editing me telling you I may or may not have forgotten to give the Dolphins the first round pick. I keep forgetting EA doesn't have any sort of realism in their games and they didn't do the trade for us. So we may or may not have the first round pick that is technically owed to the Dolphins. My bad. Won't happen again. Probably. Watt is an 85 overall superstar. The Packers had a chance to take him, decided to trade back and not take him. Not a huge fan of that. Mike Hilton usually gets sent to free agency. Of course, I don't know the cap situation yet, but in Madden Sim, he's quite insane, so I will be looking to keep him. Of course, you know, DB is not a super strong point here outside of like Minka. Joe Hayden from time to time can show that he's decent, but oh, jeez, I almost died. I need, like, true beastly talents. Where's Stephon Tuitt? I'm going to have to take a look at this one. Hopefully he was injured after the season, if he is injured. And that's pretty much all you need to know. I mean, probably not going to have a good year one, right? It appears he was, like, just recently injured. I don't see anything, like, crazy. Is he just taking it easy? What's the story? Oh. Yeah, it's surgery. Okay, well, this one's a little bit different because this one's, like, very late. Like, this one's, like, very recent. So I'm going to allow him to play here. However, I will not be allowing Big Ben to play because his was, like, what, week 1, right? It was pretty early. It was earlier. You know, it's not that big to me anyways. Week 6 injury, I mean, that's pretty recent. So I'll allow Tuitt to play. Even if he, honestly, it would be smart for us not to allow him to play because we want as least wins as we can get because we need a damn QB. Question is, do we go real-life class for this one? I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a real-life class. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys like the real-life classes, like the video. If you like the AI simulated, like the What? Alright, so it's time to... Oh. I can see where Mike Hilton goes to free agency from. Javon Hargrave. If he doesn't have finesse, I might have to let him go as well. Oh, he's got really good... Oh, yep, there you go. Good stuff. 4-year deal if we can afford it. I think we can. Let Big Ben go, perhaps. I don't know what his contract situation... I mean, this team can afford him. I think they can afford it. Screw it. We need a corner, Mike Hilton, to play number 3 or number 2 because we're desperate. Really, I never see that usually. And Chase, come on, Nate. And shocker, we didn't make the playoffs with a, like, 60 overall quarterback. 2-14, though. Now, that's a whole new low. Who we beat? We beat the Ravens and the Jets. I don't know how we beat the Ravens, but congratulations to us, I suppose. Let's take a quick look at the stats. Really does not matter. Mason Rudolph, 24 touchdowns, 19 picks, 3,200 yards. James Conner wasn't great either receiving. Jesus, this was bad. 20 sacks from Alejandro. Are you for real? J.J. Watt with 7.5. I'm not a huge fan. I really am not. Kicking, wow, nobody was good. I mean, you guys always say you want to see the awards, but here you go, I guess. I mean, there's not going to be... Oh, hello, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'll take that from Devin Bush. We did get one award. I'll take it, I suppose. Anything is better than nothing. Unless it's diabetes. Then it's a different topic. 84 or 85 overall is Big Ben in the starting roster. The problem here is they paid this man a ton of money. So, yeah. Please retire Big Ben. Please just do it. I wanted to get Mike Hilton back, but I can see why they lose him. That's all I'm going to say. I can see. I don't know if anyone would have devved up, but let's just take a quick look. I don't see anyone yet. What about defensively? Devin Bush, no. So yeah, nobody went up in development to my knowledge. I don't think so. But yeah, I wanted Mike Hilton, but he wanted like a 4-year, like 45, 50-ish mil deal. I couldn't afford it, and if I could, I would just get him in free agency. So no real rush to get him. The Browns, of course, are the Super Bowl champions. Interesting. Ooh, okay, so a 3-year 38 now versus a 4-year 45. I don't know. Bud Dupree, I can't pay him. That's too much. Plus, I'm pretty sure Bud Dupree's a little rough. Nah, he's actually a lot better than I thought he was going to be. How broke are we, by the way? So we can afford a 3-year 31. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. Can we even afford to tag him? Let's just give him, like, the most we can afford. How much is the tag? 15. I guess we're going to have to let him go and see what kind of contracts we can avoid here. Can we, like, release anybody? I don't know. Yeah, this team's going to take a little bit of a hit. So we have $800K to work with. We're an 82 over. Please, Big Ben. Please, Big Ben. Please, please. Are you for real? 25 mil. Why would he ever retire? Oh, this is bad. That is so bad. We lost our left guard as well. Yeah, this team is in a spot. So we have like 15 mil to work with. Kendall Full. I mean, I don't want to do the same moves. You know what I mean? 3-year 38 for Mike. I don't like James Conner, if you guys are going to tell. 3-year 35 for Darby. We get ourselves a faster corner here in Darby. This team's really broke. They're spending a lot for their freaking edge. Not even their edge, their interior ends. See, now the problem with doing a random draft class is you basically have to go off of a... Who do we get? Just Darby. Damn. You basically have to just get one that's downloaded a lot, maybe a little bit of likes, because if I look at how good the players are, it kind of ruins the video, doesn't it? It ruins the class, so I'm just hoping it's a good one, and I'm also hoping we can get some of these contracts. So I threw some more contracts in. I actually released a few names I offered on Kareem Hunt and Kendall Fuller. I offered Kareem Hunt like was it a 3-year, $24 million deal? I don't even know, but okay. I was about to say, I don't know, but I doubt we'll get him. I don't know why he just doesn't get offers. Like, sometimes he'll get major offers, and usually he doesn't. In fairness, here he is only a star development, so maybe that has a little bit of a factor. But obviously, with the way James Conner played, I'm not a fan. So we do have a better number 1 corner now, but if I can get rid of Joe Hayden, that would be elite, and I don't think I can. All right, here comes the draft. We have pick number 1. Now, looking behind us, we have 2 teams that probably don't need draft picks. However, the 49ers might want to hop. I'm not sure what they would want. I'm trying to think. The Raiders would maybe want to hop for a pass rusher. Nah, they don't. The Dolphins want QB. The Niners don't, right? The Niners aren't going to take a QB, right? There's a chance the Raiders would. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get best available here. Of course, we need a QB, but there's like 3 first-round guys. The Jets don't need a QB. They could use a true pass rusher. Do we trade with the Dolphins? Dolphins, though? Yeah, let's do it. This is risky now. We trade pick number 1 to the Jets for pick 5, 37, and 8. The risky part is they could actually take a QB here. I just hope they don't take... I mean, anyone really... I don't really care who they take, honestly. Ooh, they take Tua. Don't tell me any other team is going to take... Okay, thank God the Raiders took him. In fairness, they kind of needed him. What are the Niners going to take, though? I don't think we can lose as long as the Niners don't take a quarterback, we're fine. And shockingly, the Dolphins don't take QB. That was a really good decision. This is tough now because you have Joe. Mama. Ooh, he's 24, though, so short and then play action. Herbert's so much younger, though. I mean, this is a tough one. Joe has been moving up the list. This is a newer roster. I'm thinking Joe could have something like X Factor or something. Like, he's been moving up the list. Maybe I should have looked at, like, Jalen Hurts or something. I really should have scouted him, but I just knew we were going to take a guy in the first round, so I have no idea who to take. Do we try to trade down with the Vikings, maybe? Well, who would the Vikings take here? Vikings go with, like, a guy like Jerry. When you have options, it's... Like, we can move all the way down to Tampa. We'd risk, I would say, the... Nah, we got to take a QB here. Field general is strong arm. Play action A-. I hate the age, lads. I hate it. Do we just take Joe anyways? We're taking Joe. We're taking Joe. Screw it. Hidden, thankfully, because, of course, it's 71 overall. 89 throw power, decently fast. He looks pretty good. I'm hoping he has Superstar or X Factor. I don't think that's even really much of a question, though, right? Now, there are some other names. Yeah, of course, the Lions are going to take Jerry. If we would have traded down, the Lions would have been so pissed. If we would have traded down with the Cardinals, they would have went with Jerry for sure. Now, this is tough because I need a pass rusher, like, desperately. I don't know when the nearest pass rusher is going to go, though. Could use a linebacker as well, in fairness. Panthers don't need a pass rusher. Falcons could use one. Ravens could use one. So, pick 18. We give the Falcons pick 37 in the second round, a third round, and James Conner. I know they have Freeman, but they were kind of a better team when they had two good running backs. They do have Ito, actually. They might let go of Freeman. I don't know. They'll figure it out, okay? I wanted the trade up, and that's a fair trade up. We go all the way to 18 from, like, 37. Herbert is still there, which is interesting. So we're going to go with Alfred Jennings. He looks decent. He's by far the best one we have on the list. And he is hidden. Okay, 74 overall with hidden. Please be Superstar or better. Okay, he's still really good regardless. So I think we made a really good decision there to trade up. Do we trade up again? I need a tackle. I mean, I don't need a tackle. It's just tackle's the highest I have. Trey Smith, mid-second, though. Another speed. How many times? Okay. Oh, don't do it to me, Cleveland. They did it to me. No. I actually can't believe that. Jonathan Taylor, though. So our next pick is a fourth-round pick. Of course we lose Trey Smith when we did. Of course we do. Creed Humphrey looks pretty decent, though, so we will take him anyways. Okay, 71 hidden. Perfectly fine. I wanted Trey, though. Creed might actually play center because he's like the prototypical center. I got to take a look at the ages. I'm really just hoping whoever made this got him wrong because a 24-year-old rookie. I went for the hype. I'm just saying I fell for the hype. We'll just keep going until one of them goes, maybe. I don't even like that decision, to be honest. And there he goes. I said until, and I'm going to lose both of them. To the Giants. Oh, that corner looked good, too. Wide receiver is not a big need for us here. We give him 97, a backup running back, and a young left tackle for the trade up to mid-third. Let's take this wide receiver. Actually, I don't even know which wide receivers. It's like three of them. We see an A+ spec, A- catch and travel, 6'6". But look at this shuttle and all that. Tylan Wallace. He's faster, but he is smaller. Do I fall for the speed? I think I'm going to fall for the speed because anyone that would put, like, the 3-cone, the 20-yard shuttle, and the 40-yard all on the tops probably looked at this, so maybe we can get a development. I'm thinking hard on these, all right? And you got to think hard if you want to win. 68 overall with amazing speed. Definitely lacking a little bit, but it seems like we have the top 3 wide receivers for the future, in my opinion. Do I just take a random guy that I'd even look at? He looks good. I'm taking him. Lorenzo Neal, the fullback from the Chargers. I mean, not bad, actually. He's not bad, actually. I ain't gonna lie. He's got potential. 78 block shed, 70 power move. That's pretty good for a guy that is expected to be nothing. All right, let's take a look at the draft recap. This is the moment of truth. No one really gave me any feedback on whether you guys want to see the developments or not right away. Once again, I'm going to take a look at that age, and I'm hoping this person has it wrong. Player traits. Okay, superstar development. I was going to start him anyways because Big Ben is literally, like, terrible. He's like a 74 overall. Alfred Jennings, if this guy's also superstar or better, that would be ridiculous. Okay, star development. But that's fine. He'll start it right outside linebacker. Maybe turn into, like, Watts, duo, partner, words. Star development for Creed, so the developments are kind of being as expected here. And then Tylan Wallace with 4-year deal, of course. Star development. See if we can change that number to 88 or something. I don't really care. It kind of reminds me of Emmanuel. I think he wore 88, right? So here's Tua, 21 years old. Throw power is pretty low, actually. What's his other ratings? 90 short, though. He's not bad. He just has a low throw power. Development is superstar, though. Then we have Chase Young. This has got to be an X Factor, right? Like, this is no doubt an X Factor in my book. He is a superstar X Factor, of course. So the Raiders have themselves a nice set of pass rushers now. Of course, Joe, we already know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Please tell me Herbert isn't like a god. Just please. Please do not. If he's a god, I'm going to be very mad. Look at all the QBs that went, though. 70 overall. Oh, God, hidden. I would guess star, right? I would guess probably star development. He is... We're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. I fell for the hype. I think it will get more clicks, though, in fairness, and that's all we care about on YouTube. Am I right, boys? That was obviously a joke. Kinda. Ah, whoever made this is stupid. Nice. He's only 22. Although technically he'll be 23 when the draft. He's only 22. Let's see how they rank like Tua. Yeah, so technically Tua should be 22 as well. So we're going to put him, technically Tua would be 22 and then Joe would be 23. So we're just going to put it how it is right now and just, that's going to be the fair way to do it. So I don't know why Joe is so far off here, but I mean, I don't care. We got what we got. And I do not care. We give Ryan Switzer and Joe Hayden to the Niners for Laken Tomlinson. We're desperate for a lineman. He's 28, but we have a ton of wide receivers. They're kind of looking for that dependable slot guy, kind of. I don't know. They've got Debo. They've got a couple of different guys, but Switzer is kind of young. I don't know. I'm making excuses. When the hell did we get Eckler? I offered low ball on a lot of running backs. I don't know if he was one of them. He probably was. Let's be honest. Laken Tomlinson has an upgrade. Let's upgrade him, I suppose. Joe Hayden was about a $5 million hit, but we did save 8 in the long run, so meh, it is what it is. And then, of course, Humphrey will play at the center spot. We'll be looking to constantly upgrade that offensive line, but we have a good draft pick potentially come in with... Who did we trade with? Was it the Jets? They went QB, right? Was it the Jets? I think it might have been the Jets. Cornerback, of course, we have a couple of names to play backup and starter and all that. Was looking for a middle linebacker, couldn't really find one, so this is what we're going to be looking like. But, I mean, I think it's a step in the right direction. We had a pretty damn good draft, and Joe is probably going to make a pretty big jump early on. So the overall might be a little bit lower, but the potential is a lot higher. Already see James Washington, Wallace, upgrade City, same with Burrow. What else do we have? That's about it. That's it. That's all we have. Defensively, I mean, we have a little bit of upgrading already, which is nice. So, I mean, this is an okay roster. It's probably not playoff ready yet, but we're on the right path with 2 first-round picks to work with as well. Risky as hell move, but with all the quarterbacks and still having a bend that can play a little bit, I felt like the risk was worth it, and obviously it paid off. So we got to re-sign players, and, we had a money issue, so we may have a money issue again. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. A 7-year, I mean, we know he's going to be that guy, so clearly we're going to pay him money to be that guy. Same with J.J. Watt. Sorry, TJ. I'm so sorry. T.J. Watt. You know what? After you declined it, I'm not sorry. How about that? Now what are you going to do? Damn, these are some expensive players. I mean, we're just falling behind here. This team is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. All right, so headed to the playoffs. Of course, we're not in it. I'm not a huge fan of a last-second win. However, we still seem to have secured the bottom of the division. I don't know if that's something people secure, but we do, and so do the Bengals in real life. So here's the stats. Sorry, Bengals fans. Joe Burrow, not great, but he limited his turnovers. Big Ben, it's just a waste. Like, he's too expensive. He's going to retire. I'm not a fan. Receiving, James Washington. I mean, this is just not a great offense. We need to fix this. And, this is not a bad offensive line. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Did we not have a right tackle this whole time, actually? I'm trying to think. I can't... 100 tackles for Darby? Okay. I'm trying to think, and I can't really think of the tackle. Who was the tackle for the... It's like Max Gilbert. They let him go. Or did he retire for us here? I'm honestly, lost here. I'm shocked. New kicker, Jake Elliott. Technically better, I suppose. Awards, please, Joe. All you needed to do was win Offensive Rookie of the Year. All you needed to do, pal. Literally all you needed to do, and you couldn't do it. Unbelievable. That's a bit of a loss. It's really sucky. Just so happened to be Tua, huh? It just had to be Tua. I mean, he didn't really play better, for being honest, so I don't know. Once again, turnovers don't matter in award winning, which is really something. But that's that. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see if we have any dev-ups. Highly doubt it. But maybe somebody, maybe Kareem Hunt if we're lucky. I'm not sure. Browns versus Cowboys Super Bowl. Kareem did not. Big Ben. I'm not seeing any. We just didn't have a right tackle, did we? Yikes. Defensively, I don't. Oh, no, Trey. Terrell Edmonds with a star development. I will take that. That is a nice upgrade there. Jennings went up quite a bit in overall. Everyone else not super great. We're just trying to, get ahead of this. The regression, the retirements, the expense of some of the important. I mean, it's not even important positions. You got 2 DNs costing you like $12 million a year, which is really interesting for a 3-4. But we'll talk about that another time. The Cowboys win over the Browns. So let's take a look, please, Big Ben. Just be gone. Just be gone. Of course he's not. He's a 65 overall. How much does it cost? I'm sick of him. We can't afford. We can't afford him. I'm sorry. See you later. We are gonna lose 12 mil, but we save 7, I guess. I don't even know. Offensive line is not looking super hot. We need a new right tackle. Receiving, Wallace did go to a 74 overall, which I suppose is nice. I'll take it, I guess. We should have our 3 wide receivers. It's gonna take a long time though. Joe Burrow with an 80 overall. His ability is inside, Deadeye, and Conductor. Not sure how any, Conductor helps in a simulating situation, but maybe it does. I don't know. Defensively, Vince Williams, I don't know how much he's getting paid. Can't really do anything about that, but linebackers are probably, this team has got lots of needs. And the worst part is you're probably losing a guy like Alejandro. I'm willing to let Cameron go. I'm going to probably tag Alejandro. I think free agency would be better. I don't agree. 16 mil. I guess I'm going to let him go. I guess we have players we're going to have to replace. 3 offensive linemen. Nice. My favorite part of this free agency class is the fact that there's no players. And all of our players are going to get offers because of it. Maybe Alejandro won't. I guess I'm just going to give him the 1-year deal. Albert Wilson's a superstar. Interesting stuff. In and out elite ratings. Not bad, actually. He's pretty decent for an 80 overall. All right, we're advancing, please. Okay, so we paid money for a left guard. We paid money for a DT. And we paid money for a linebacker. We didn't pay much for Lee, but the other 2 we did pay asking price just about. But they were big ads. Elfline was like a 3-year 22, 24. Is a starting guard for us for a while now, though. And I think David's probably versatile enough to play tackle, but do I really want him to? Yeah, I will, damn it. Do I? Nah, we'll play him at guard. Let's keep him where he's supposed to be. All right, so there's a couple of really good players. Oh, that was a very decent-looking quarterback, Lee Bell. We have a DT, a couple of DTs, really. A wide receiver, and some offensive, not really some offensive linemen, but like offensive lineman. If the wide receiver is there, I'm going to have a hard time passing on him. Just saying. His name is Ali Fletcher. He's 21. He's 6'2", 4'42", a 4'7", and a 4'05", putting him at one of the fastest players in the class at wide receiver. But you do also have a tight end. He's 6'3", kind of reminds me of Irv Smith. I might go for him. I'm debating it. We also have a middle linebacker later, Jose Thurman. Looks pretty decent. And then we have some linemen. I really don't know. I don't know what I want to do here, because do we not take the wide receiver? Like, we trade James Washington off for quite a bit. Like, at least a second, maybe even a first-round pick. Do we? Let me see what overall he is. Because we have to pay him. And I don't want to pay him because we're broke. He looks pretty damn good. His overall is really low considering how good he is. Where does he in 82 overall? 89 catch, 92 catch in traffic, spec 92, 88 deep. He's got one stat that's 82 or less in the catching, like in the receiving department. He's pretty good. Like, I have Rick Larson and where's the other guy? I have Rick Larson and then Beekman. I want both. We trade the Chargers pick 7, Mason Rudolph, and a 6th round this year for 16 and 48. It would probably cost them more, but I'm not even worried about it. If they would have taken like a wide, that guy's insane anyways, but if they would have taken a wide receiver there, I would have made them pay more. There's no way Allie's there, but if he is, I might have to. Oh, do I have to? Do I really have to take Allie? You know what? I'm going to take this free safety because I think I can put Minka at cornerback. Beekman seems early, but it's fine. 77 overall. He had that insane combine grade. I risked it, and he looks like a corner himself. I'm just saying, 69 catching. Maybe we put him at corner instead of Minka. I'm not sure. If Ali's there at 16. Okay, he went to the Niners. That's a really good pick for them, in fairness. Pick 16. One of the DTs is gone. We still have more, though. We have a guy named McCarthy, a guy named Britton. There's another guy like Binns, I think his name is. A lot of guys here. I don't know if I can risk it anymore to go down. I mean, let me look at the linemen. Trade 16, Tomlinson, and a 5th round for pick 22 and 54. If everything works out right, we might land some steals. That's all I'm going to say. They trade up for a DT, which is weird because it's actually quite a bit of DTs. Oh, he was good. Please tell me that guard's not gone. As long as the guard or the tight end is there. Okay, they're both there. Joshua Britton, late first. I think this tight end's the best tight end left, and it's a huge need. Guard's important, but this tight end is probably more important. He's risky, though, man. I'm going to take the risk. We have Vance McDonald, who's, yes, 75 overall hidden. It was so risky. He's pretty damn fast, actually. His catching is, around what I expected. He's a bit rough, though. He's a bit rough. Yeah, that's all I can really say. This damn guard's going to go right here, too. Britton goes. We have one final DT, but honestly, that's not the hugest need. The Ravens could use a guard, but I'd say they'd probably go with DT more. I'm going to trade up final time here. We do have a lot of second-round picks. But I'm going to try to cheese them a little bit because we did get cheesed ourselves. Some of these trades we got fleeced hard. Take a little bit of a hit with that cap, but Vince Williams, a 4th and 39 to move up to 25. It's not technically trade for trade realistic there, but overall, how much we got screwed over, I think that's pretty fair. Frankie Binns, who looks pretty damn good, and this class looks insane for DTs, or Rick Larson, a guard we desperately need. I don't think there's much of a choice here. Okay, normal development, but he is a 77 overall. He's really solid. I can't really be mad at it. I don't know really what I can say else than that. Tanner is a guard. Hopefully he's not better than our guy. Is Binns still there? He's definitely going to the Cowboys, no doubt. I hope they go with a different guy. DT's not an immediate need, so we're not going to trade up. If Binns is there, we'll take him. And I'm going to skip quickly because at the end of the day, there's a lot of guys we could have had and we missed, like McCarthy, so not really much else to say. Middle linebacker, mid-4th. Let's just trade away this pick and then take the guy with pick 22. You know what? We need a linebacker desperately, and this guy is literally the only good linebacker outside of the first round. I'm just going to take him now instead of trading down. There's no point. He looks pretty decent. This is probably going to be a classic bait. I can't wait. Or not. Okay, it's not a classic bait. This guy's a beast. I didn't even look at his ratings, and they're really not great in fairness, but he's definitely a beast regardless. Hidden, could be star, probably will be star, let's be honest. But it doesn't matter, because that's how desperate we were at middle. Okay, this draft went, we did miss, and, our offensive lineman was normal, and there's probably a good chance that one of the other guys' better development that we missed, and, that went after, but this is a pretty good class for us, considering, we're turning this is actually a very tough team to rebuild, I can't even lie. Bo Hyde. How come I don't have him on my list? I miss out on a lot of these players here. So we get Seattle's second round next year. They're projected to do pretty poorly, and they do bust. We're going to go to 22. If there's a lineman there, we're going to take them. We can use much depth this weekend. We have Pouncey and DeCastro still starting, so definitely, an age regression to worry about. Case Ferrerio. This guy's not that good to, reach for, so. All the linemen I put down, even the guys in the 4th, 5th rounds, all of them gone. And with that being said, I might actually take this Ferrerio guy. You also do have Brian Knott, though. 22, BBB. See, I like that lead block with the impact. 6'4" versus, I like the power. I'm going to go Case Ferrerio. Yeah. How? Okay, he's not as strong as I thought he was going to be. I might actually take the other guy as well. If he's there at 7, I'm going to take the other guy as well. Please be there. Please be there, pal. He's not? Wait, maybe he is, and I just didn't have him on my list. Okay, he is. It worked reaching last time, so we'll do it again. Ooh. I mean, he's stronger, right? Okay. Yeah, if I could go back in time literally 10 seconds ago, I would not take him. Yeah, that wasn't so good. And that was actually a pretty high pick, too, as a 5th round. Like a high 5th round, too. What about who's this dude? Okay, he's not as good as I see the deep threat, and he's kind of smaller. I'm like, there you go. But yeah, the draft is useless to me now. I know we always talk about it, and it almost seems rigged, but year 3 is just a magical year. It just is. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It just is. And is it going to be in this case? That's the question. First things first, Aaron Beekman. Interesting name. No idea where he's going to play. He kind of fits as a cornerback in my book. We'll see. 220, though. Maybe not. Maybe he is a safety. Development. Super. Okay. I don't know how that changes my outlook. Okay, now, if we could trade superstar... I mean, hell, this guy could be Superstar or X Factor. But if I could guarantee anyone to be Superstar or better, this is the guy I would want it on. And you know what? We're going to change his number first. Oh, great. We're not going to change his number. This has happened to us before, and it was actually kind of good luck. So, 44, just like last time. And Superstar. Maybe not. Maybe not, but obviously we knew he was going to be at least star. Ah, crap, normal. I forgot about that. We knew he was going to be at least star, and that's what matters. Jose Thurman. Maybe I don't actually want this guy to be... Okay, magical powers, superstar or better. That's fine. I'm not crying on the inside. Let's go with number 50. Was that Shazier's number? I mean, I didn't mean to. I'm just saying, like, it kind of happened. Yeah, Case is actually probably a decent running back. Offensive lineman. What is his development, though? Yeah, a lot of that. It kind of happens a lot. Superstar, and then as it goes down, it's, star across the board. So who do we miss on? Throw power, looking pretty good. I mean, this guy has Superstar written all over him. I'm wrong. He has Superstar X Factor written all over him. What a beast. Anyone else? What about that wide receiver? I mean, we took a free safety right before the wide receiver. This is going to suck if he's good. Oh, no. Like, as much as people want to say that I land really good drafts and this and that, like, I passed on this guy. I passed on a 93 speed, 93 excel, 21-year-old, 6'2" superstar wide receiver for a free safety. I mean, he's good, but that sucks. And then McCarthy, we technically passed on him as well. So far, it looks pretty damn good. Wait, what's his development? Please be. It's going to be star, right? It's got to be star. No, it doesn't. It could be superstar. That's cool, too. I mean, at what point do I, like, just stop hurting myself? Here's Rob. He is weaker, so that's the reason I missed on him. What's his development, though? I mean, star is still already better than our guy, obviously, but... Okay, it is star. Thank God it wasn't super. We could have obviously done a whole lot worse. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep being happy that we're, living on with these pretty solid drafts. Question is, are we going to regret that wide receiver when James is going to be asking for tons of money? I think we're going to trade Vance as well because he's, we can save a little bit of money here. And we do have some re-signings. Offensive lineman, we actually don't need to start Ferrerio, which is pretty cool. I was about to say, who's Randolph? And it was the tight end. Apparently, he's going to play lineman for us. Thurman and company, I like it. Beekman, superstar. Minka, he's kind of built more for the number 2 role. He's really good, too. Do we really want another short guy? I mean, Beekman, I think, plays... Let's see what Minka's overall is at. I don't know. You know what? I've had a lot of luck with superstar cornerbacks. I think we're going to go with Beekman. Beekman at corner. I think it makes sense. Maybe he moves to safety later. I don't know, but for right now, I think it makes sense. Troy? We're actually going to save a lot of money because Steven Nelson's getting paid like $11 million and it only costs us $2 million to get rid of him. So we're going to be saving quite a bit of money, which is nice. Trade Vance McDonald to the Titans for a 4th round pick. Trade Steven Nelson in a 6th round next year for a 4th round and Pulley from the Giants. So 84 across the board. We have a lot of youth. I like it. I like where we headed. We got rid of some of the expense. Take a little bit of a cap hit, like $2 million per player, but we saved like 5 to 6. Offensive line is getting younger somewhat. We have a young center, young right guard that should be playing right tackle. Elfline's only 27, so it's not terrible. And then Ferreira is pretty young, so he can replace Pouncey, whoever he needs to replace. New tight end with Star. Not going to develop super crazy fast, but still not bad. New superstar corner. I mean, this team is definitely well on its way, without a doubt. Could even be a playoff season. I mean, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but let me just tell you, things are going pretty well. Oh, we got money. So we're going to lock in Minkah to, 7-year deal. Yay. Need a new punter in the future, probably. Marquise is wanting some money. I feel like we can get better than James. Every time this happens, doesn't it? I say something while I'm trying to assign them, and I'm like, well, secondary me has a good point. You're right, first me. Let's hear what third me has to say. So, David DeCastro, just going to knock it out now. Just a courtesy to his beastliness. Okay, David, could you not? Please. James, it'll come down to how well he plays, and, I mean, we've got cash, finally. Going to the playoffs, will we have a spot? We will at 11-5. Ooh, this was a tight division. 11-5, we took one of the wild card spots. Now, we were off to a really good start, really good. It was 5-1, hell, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, and then we started losing. However, we won 3 straight, which was enough to secure ourselves a spot. Let's take a look at Joe and the rest of the company. Joe, 3,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 picks. Rushing, Kareem Hunt, 13-34, 10 touchdowns. Receiving, Randolph was good with touchdowns. The rest of the team kind of lacking, in the consistency department. Offensive line was actually really good. Probably played a very big factor in, the success there. Sack totals really just not where they should be. I mean, and we're paying $100 million for a 5-year deal on Watt. Jake Elliott with really good kicking. May have even won us a few games with that, set of numbers. Not bad. Mariota, interesting. Any awards at all? Okay, Beekman. I almost called him Beckman again for the 45th time. But Beekman, nice Defensive Rookie of the Year award win. He's a very high overall. Of course, we have the sliders pretty high, so most players are getting up in the high overalls, not just our team. So Beekman, bit of a high early jump here. Burrow is an 86 overall. I'm not sure where the morale is. I don't know. 90 across the board pretty much. Some of the underlying stuff like break sack, throw on the run, that kind of stuff isn't great. But for Sim, I'm not sure that it really matters too much. Maybe I'm wrong. Offensive line, no crazy upgrades. Randolph, though, an 83 overall. Okay, 82 overall. But, 90 catching. Looking pretty good. We have the sliders on 190 for tight end. Defensively, Thurman goes up 4 overalls, which is pretty impressive. Does he get any excel? I don't remember. Cornerback Beekman, morale. No morale. He's just straight up 7 overalls on the year. I usually let the AI deal with it, so his zone coverage probably going to have to user that a little bit when it comes to upgrading him in the future. But yeah, this team's looking really good, and we have lots of money to work with. So if it's not this year, we could maybe make a serious run next year. But I'm confident this year. Hey, 7-9 Broncos, confidence boosting win, perhaps. Not saying we will, because okay, Andrew, could you not? All right, so the Broncos score early. We score back quickly, but we miss our extra point. Come on, Elliott. You've had a really good season. Don't be missing extra points in the playoffs, pal. This is most likely going to play a pretty big factor in this game. Unless offense doesn't get it going. There you go, offense. Offense. So, interesting. Is there our ball? Okay, offense. Do your thing. Okay, we kicked the field goal. We're only up by 1, but so far that extra point not making a factor there. Oh, now it is because they're up by 7 instead would have been less than 7. Offense. 3rd and 10. Let them play it on. They're doing pretty well. Just don't let the clock drain here. They do it. He hits the extra point this time. We're headed to overtime. I know it's not a great team we're playing. That's not good. That's not good at all. Defense is not going to be able to hold them. Oh, maybe they will. Okay. Interesting. 3rd and 2 run. I like it. Mix it up. Succeed. Can they do it? They did. Okay, 39-36. I feel like we were babying them there. Obviously we didn't play a factor, but I didn't really have a lot of faith. But Burrow outshined, I don't know who that guy was. Holy crap, no he didn't, because they had a lot of rushing touchdowns. 4 for Freeman. I guess technically both teams scored, like we scored 4, they scored 5. Jake Elliott was a big part of the game. Tylan Wallace, nice. We have any picks? We did not. Kicking, Jake, the beast. Extra point could have been blocked. I'm not quite sure. But that, I mean, that's impressive. I'll take any playoff win we can get. And perhaps we make a sneaky little run. Who knows? I mean, we're really good overall. All right, Texans. I mean, it's not a team that usually makes it super far, so we might have a chance at the championship. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I'm also not saying that it's impossible. And normally I'll admit when it's impossible. The biggest question I'm facing is if we win out and we make, we win the Super Bowl, do we call it? Because I still think this team has a lot of potential even, after a Super Bowl win. So that's the main goal, though. So I'm not sure. I think we should always go for the Super Bowl and call it, but I don't know. We'll see when we get there. If we get there, it's looking pretty promising though, and it is a last-second score. Little cheesers. We are headed to the Super Bowl. I'm shocked. Lamar Jackson. Once again, Joe. I mean, to be fair, we are running. I figure wow, 200 yards. Turned into Owen Wilson. That's how excited I was. 2 touchdowns. Burrow's. They're just running them in. That's all I can tell you. Burrow is not throwing turnovers, not having turnovers, and we're just putting the ball through the end zone. Whether it's a pass or a run, doesn't matter. So I don't care as long as we win, and please be the Seahawks, right? Probably. It's going to be the Cowboys, right? Ooh, it is the Seahawks. Hello. There's actually a chance to win this. 86 overall, which I would assume the Cowboys would probably be like a 90 at this point. The big dance. And they waste no time scoring. Defense has been huge. I can't lie. Like, they might have given up 2 touchdowns here, but defense has done its thing, boys. Come on. Come on, defense. Do your thing. Ooh, this is close. Offense is really kicking into gear. I think we won the Super Bowl. No way! 42-24. I mean, don't get me wrong. This team was amazing, right? It was a really good team, but I thought it was going to take Joe till at least like 94, 95 overall. Juju Smith-Schuster, the new tight end, actually developed very quickly. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed. I'm surprised it was done. I really am. But all that matters is we won the Super Bowl. And I wasn't thinking about it. I was like, should we call it there? And I think we might. I think we might call it. I mean, the Super Bowl is the main goal. Sim is so messed up. Hence the fact that we won. But it all worked out in the end. Kareem Hunt was decent for us. I'm surprised. If Joe had another low turnover game, I'm just gonna have to marry the guy, which is, I mean, it's something. Do I want to? Kinda, to be honest. But I mean, he was the turnover not machine in the playoffs. I don't know what to tell you. That's all I can really tell you. Nice. I mean, there's a lot of names to choose from for the thumbnail, but I'll see. Is that really what the way Devin Bush's hair looks? I'm not. If it is, I'm not I'm not trying to make fun of you, but it literally looks like an afro with dreads. I don't know if that's what it actually is. If it is, fair enough. I'm not going to say anything, but is it? That's all I want to know. And Joe is so good. Joe is so good. Receiving, Randolph. Words are hard, okay, boys. Very good. Nice. I'll take it. Sacks, Targrave. Beekman is a beast, man. You know what I mean? Jake Elliott, he hit all his extra points, but really didn't need them. And that's usually something we can't say. I mean, we won the bowl. I'd even actually check to see if anyone went up in development or anything like that. Doesn't appear so on the offensive side. Defensive side, no. Okay, so I don't remember, other than Terrell Edmonds, I don't think anyone went up in dev. This was actually one of our more harsh rebuilds when it comes to development ups. Kareem Hunt didn't go up. Burrow didn't go up. Kind of makes sense in fairness. No one really went up. Even Randolph had a chance there. Decent season. Didn't go up. One start, of course. I mean, you guys assume by now that we do everything legit. 24-42. No force win. 1 game played. So really impressive stuff. And I think that's going to conclude the Steelers rebuild. That was actually, it was tough. It actually took me a long time. It took me ages to like kind of work through the salary, decide what we were going to do. We finally got past it with, Big Ben and all that. It's actually the first 2 years are very tough trying to rebuild the Steelers. It comes down to getting good draft picks, getting a new QB and all that. And then once we hit year 3, we're zooming. We're an 88 overall team with a huge ceiling, of course. And Joe, what is his actual overall? 87. So he was a pretty high overall. This is a good receiving group. Of course, James Washington's way better than an 84 overall. I mean, look at those ratings. I don't know where they come out with the ratings. Not sure at all, but it's a really good team, and it honestly really should not have surprised me that we won the Super Bowl here. I mean, it's a really good defense as well. It's just a well-balanced team that had all the right stops, made all the right plays, and going to walk off with a Super Bowl win. If you guys have any suggestions for rebuild teams in the future, rebuild challenges, whatever it may be, leave it in the comment section below. Even if I don't respond to every comment, which I pretty much do, which is ridiculous. I need a life. I am pretty much going to see all the comments, so don't think just because I didn't see it or respond to it, I didn't see it, because I did. But anyways, maybe if you're new to the channel, maybe like and subscribe. I don't know. And follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Anyways, hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.